Good morning guys, welcome back and welcome back to the Eifel. We are on our way in our favorite hiking region again. It's Friday afternoon, the weather forecast looked good for today, so we thought why not go to the Eifel. We are near the village of Rutge, which is also known as Tor de Eifel, which also means gateway to the Eifel. So it's the closest in the Eifel where we can get from home, and we are hiking the Struffeltroute. Struffelt dates back to a nature area where we will be hiking through as well in this hike, and it is around 9.5 kilometers, so it is not super long, but that's doable for Max as well. She's with us, and this Rutge is not new for us, but this side of this part of Rutge is. So yeah, there will be a few trails where we might have been before that we might recognize, but not something really big or anything like that. So yeah, come on, let's enjoy the Struffeltroute. We are being followed. They are nice when they are like this, behind the fence. Well, goodbye, have a nice day. And although it is a little bit humid, you can also tell from the dogs, but the weather is actually perfect. It is about 18 degrees, so for the end of October there's nothing to complain about. And here in the Eifel, colors are changing beautifully, so actually it's pretty perfect backpack weather as well, because now it is around 18 degrees, and tonight the temperature should only drop about 2 degrees, so that would be so nice. So that was actually my plan for this weekend, one unexpected last backpacking trip of the season. But I was searching a little bit on the internet yesterday, but unfortunately all the nature campsites, or the kind of campsites that we would like to stay on, are already closed for the season. So that was a shame, because it was so perfect to go out, and now I can only book a spot at those mega big campsites, and I don't like that. There's not a tree to find on those campsites, so those are not our kind of camp spots. So really disappointed in that one, but I think this is a pretty good alternative. when you see all the fall colors, yeah, that's good as well. But I must admit, it would have been something special to camp in fall scenery, because that is usually something that's not happening at the end of October. I do remember that we have been hiking on this specific path once before, and if I am correct, but I am not 100% sure, but if I am linking that to the trail that I think it was on, or on the hike, then we should maybe pass one of the most beautiful shelters that we ever seen in the Eifel. That one has its own balcony, so that was really cool. We had a break over there. I'm not sure if we will be passing that today and if it was on this hike, but if it was, then that would be a cool spot for a break as well. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but we know the surroundings of Rütgen as mushroom paradise. And there are so many mushrooms here. Like over there, there, and all the way down there. You have many of them. back there between the trees as well, and one over here. And therefore we try to go to Rutger for a hike at least once every fall, because there are so many mushrooms here. You're never going to find that in the Netherlands. And usually we hike on the other side of Rutger, and there you have a little bit of a wider river, so that's more wet area, and there are even more mushrooms, especially those orange ones that I love so much. But this side of Rutger is very nice as well. The trail goes in that direction, but if I'm correct, the shelter I just mentioned is about a few hundred meters that direction. So let's check it out. Bingo! This is the one I mentioned. You can sit inside. And here you have the little balcony. This is the shelter that I had in mind, so really cool. Time for a break. That was really nice to be in that little shelter again. I really think that is a beautiful one. Although the view is not super spectacular, it is really beautiful. We are now continuing on the second half of this hike, and we will be hiking towards the Struffeltroute area, so the nature reserve where the name of this trail comes from. And yeah, we will see how that looks like. Come on. Here behind me you can see a sort of a reservoir where they are saving up the water for the Dreilagerbachtalsperre. That's an excellent word for Scrabble, isn't it? Which is the Dreilagerbach Reservoir, which is a very big lake we will be passing at the end of this hike. So this is where the water is going to be saved, then it flushes to the big reservoir that we will pass later. Here you already see a glimpse of the big reservoir that I just mentioned, but we are first going to make a little detour to the Struffeltroute area. Nice, nice. Time for a not planned break, but you know it. These benches are my favorite, so we have to stop. We are now approaching the Struffeltroute area, and the Struffeltroute area is a protected nature reserve. It is sort of a swamp area and you cannot hike through it. That's just because of the protection of nature, but they have made some wooden boardwalks across it, so that makes it possible for this trail to hike over it. It is an area that is located at an elevation of 450 meters above sea level. So not very high, not very low, but for what usually we see here, for those kind of nature reserves, that is a pretty high elevation. So I can see the boardwalks coming up over there. So yeah, let's check it out. Ga weer op. So that was the big reservoir that you just saw. The what was it? I don't know anymore the name. Dreilagerbachtalsperre, that's the word. 30 points on Scrabble or something, isn't it? But that was a big reservoir. And we came to the end of the Struffeltroute, which was actually a pretty good trail. Not something spectacular, not a lot of views, but in regards to nature, pretty beautiful with all the little streams. Of course, the fall foliage that's starting to show up everywhere. Loads of mushrooms, so yeah, it was a pretty good one. The weather was perfect. It started foggy because we were very lucky, because until 5 minutes before we arrived here, it was all full of fog, so you couldn't see anything. But during the hike, that was actually all gone, so the Eifel did us well today. If you liked it as well, give us a like, subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell. And then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.